When we first looked at this house, we were struck by the sense that it's part of an overall community.
And we recognized that as a very old house, it had good bones and that there was a lot of potential not to tear anything down and to preserve what was here and bring out its good points. Each room has a full access to the exterior with sliding glass doors and full height windows.
As part of that, there's this spine that runs through the house, parallel with the landscape, and we tried to bring in natural light at the ends of this circulation spine and bring warm colors at the ends of where this natural light would flow through, so that as you're walking through, you have this kind of continuing experience of dappled light, much like the dappled light that you see when you're outside in nature. In the use of color through the house, we looked to the palette that was provided to us by the nature around us to try and bring that into the home. And so there's this sense that you are part of the landscape that we are adjoining all the way through.
We kept our materials and our palette to a minimum. We used lots of concrete, lots of maple veneer plywood, and simple lighting to emphasize simplicity and carry out a theme throughout the entire house and to keep it unified, but to mix it up a little here and there.
It's kind of like having a piece of music where you use the same notes, group these notes in a way that you create different sense of themes and variations all the way through the house. So the tile that we use in one end of the house is the same tile that we use on the other end of the house. However, it's just used in different ways and manipulated so that it's a playful use of color and rhythm all the way through.
The plants are very low maintenance, and then we integrated water features throughout the landscape to bring a sense of peace and calm and to keep the theme of concrete and simple materials prevalent even in the outside. We had some fun with the landscape when we played with color and tile, concrete and pebbles. The mass of the chimney and the weight of the roof appear to float in space as the corner glass and whole glass wall of the living room disappear in the landscape. This is the pool. It's owned by the neighborhood association that the owner of Blackthorn Road is an automatic member of. The great thing about it is that it's bigger than any pool you'd have that's your own, and it's maintained by the association, so you don't have to do a whole lot of work. There's a wonderful grassy knoll to have a picnic on, and there's also a tennis court.
There's an overall sense of craft and hand-hewn design as you go through the building. Even though it's a modern home, it's a home that has a feeling of it's been worked on by human hands